With the new year around the corner, I thought it may be the perfect time to make a video about financial goals and how to set them. If you're tired of setting financial goals but never meeting them, it's time to learn the smart way. When setting SMART goals, you have to make sure that they are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timed. And in this video, I'm going over exactly what these mean and give you examples so that you can set your own goals for the new year. Let's go. Hey, this is Carlos with Influential Finance, and on this channel, I make videos about personal finance. So if you're new here and you want to see more videos just like this one, consider subscribing. So what are SMART financial goals? SMART financial goals are goals that you can achieve because they check all of the boxes of being an achievable goal. You'll be able to set goals that fit within your budget and timeline. While it's great to say, I want to be a millionaire by next year, we all know that that's not realistic. When you make sure your goals are SMART, they are much more achievable, or in other words, able to become reality. So how do SMART goals work? To set SMART goals, your goals should be specific. This is the what, where, and why of your goal. You have to get as specific as possible. How much do you want to save? Where will you save it? Why are you saving it? This is the step where you identify everything about the goal, including who is involved, who will contribute, or who needs to be aware of your goal. You could even include accountability partners in your goal so that you have someone to check in with and to be accountable to should you overspend elsewhere or come up short. Your goal should also be measurable. You can't see where you stand with your goal if you don't measure it. Don't say, I want to save more money by next year. Say, I want to save $5,000 by June of next year for a vacation. If you have 12 months to save $5,000, then you can set a checkpoint every 3 months and see if you are on track to meet your goal. If you aren't, then revisit your goal and ask yourself whether the goal needs to be adjusted. Next, your goals must be achievable. We touched on this a little bit, but it's worth mentioning again. You can dream all you want, but it's not achievable if it's not a true goal. An achievable goal looks different for everyone, but you can evaluate your own situation to make sure the goal is achievable for you. Like we said earlier, claiming you'll be a millionaire in 1 year isn't really achievable, at least not for most people. But saying you'll save $10,000 in a year may be achievable given your financial situation. Next, your goal should be realistic. Your goal should be realistic given your budget and lifestyle. It shouldn't require major sacrifice that makes you want to drop your goal after a few weeks or be so hard to achieve that you come up short each time that you measure. Making goals that are not realistic can demotivate you because you just feel like you're never making any progress. You'll end up feeling like something you did was wrong when in reality the goal was unrealistic to begin with. Sit down with your budget and decide what realistic looks like for you. If you start trying to achieve your goal and you realize that you aim too high, don't be too proud to bring it back down. Achievement is what matters in the end. Lastly, your goals must be timed. Don't set open-ended goals. This leaves no closure or urgency to achieve it. Instead, set a timeline. It could be a short-term or long-term goal. The key is to set up an end goal date along with checkpoints along the way. With checkpoints, you'll feel more pressure to make sure you're reaching for your goal. For example, if you set up a timeline of 12 months from now, you won't feel the pressure now to take action. But if you know that you have a checkpoint in 3 months, you have more of a sense of urgency because you want to make sure that you are hitting those checkpoint goals as well. Here's an example of a SMART financial goal. I want to save $10,000 in 1 year to buy my next car. The goal is specific because you know the details of how much you want to save, when you need it, and why. This goal is measurable because we set a specific amount of money, $10,000, by a specific date, which is 1 year. This means that we can set checkpoints to make sure that we are able to measure our progress with our goal. This goal is achievable, assuming that you can afford to save $833 a month. Like I said before, whether a goal is achievable and realistic really depends on you. But for the sakes of this example, we're assuming that this is something that you can afford. Realistic. Ask yourself, what will I have to give up in order to achieve this goal? And is this something that I am okay with? If yes, then this goal is realistic for you. If in order to achieve your goal, you are going to need to live out of your car, that's not a very realistic goal. And lastly, this goal is timed. You gave yourself 1 year to save $10,000 for a car. A goal wouldn't be very smart if we just said, I want to save more money this year, or saying something like, I want to put more money away for retirement this year. Make sure your goals check all the boxes, and most importantly, get as specific as possible. Use numbers wherever you can so that you can track your progress and can stay motivated to work towards your goals. So now that you know how to set smart financial goals, I'm sure you're probably thinking of new goals to set for the new year. If one of your goals for the new year is to start investing or to invest more of your money, check out this video right up here where I break down and review my favorite investing platform, M1 Finance. But if one of your goals is to increase your credit score by a certain amount because you're planning on buying a new home, check out this video right down here and I'll see you there. Peace.